They placed 8th in last year's competition, but Mark, they've worked very hard, and they're a much improved team.
Art, they're really an up-and-coming group. The enthusiasm is there. Let's hope they can put it together on the water.
Here's the 10-man barefoot line, and also we've got a barefoot pyramid underway.
I'm awful surprised that they're stepping off inside the wake. It's usually a little bit easier on the outside, but there is some rough water in the area, so that's I'm assuming that's why they did it.
There's the barefoot line, and whoops, a little early.
But still, they all made it, and that's the name of the game.
We start the ballet portion with the Backwater Gamblers on a dock start. 15 girls, and look at those ropes. That looks complicated to me.
It's complicated for sure. It literally takes thousands of feet of rope to put on a ski show like this, and they hook their arms for the takeoff, and they really need to do that simply because there are so many girls out there who just don't want to bump into one another.
I would imagine they would have to roll their own and keep track of them because of the complications.
That's right. What it prevents are knots. You don't want any knots out there because that'll separate the girls, and then you're going to have some problems.
It's amazing, I think, to get that many girls off the dock and all standing up.
The other thing that they need to do, too, is they need to ensure that the rope lengths are correct. If the rope lengths are too long, the rope sags. If it's too short, the outside girls end up skiing outside the wake.
Now, I notice here, I haven't seen much of this before, of holding onto the rope with the back of the foot.
Right, and that's really a tough thing to do. They're doing a great job of it. The first time we've seen anything like this in this competition.
Beautiful young ladies and a wonderful routine.
And if you'll notice, Art, the ski belts that they're wearing, in the event of a fall, it keeps them afloat. And they've done a very, very nice job of incorporating that into the overall costume. And the judges will notice that, too.
Oh, fine performance. The Backwater Gamblers from Rock Island, Illinois. And now we see the foundation forming for the pyramid. And this is the biggie. This is the 4-tier pyramid. How long has it been since they've been trying the 4 tiers?
Well, they've been rehearsing this act for over 2 years. And the problem that they may have is that they're somewhat unfamiliar with the site, so we'll have to see what happens with the boat driver. And there's a little bit of a problem with the outside girl here. As she's climbing up, there's a delay.
The second girl from the left, the blonde, will be the one that goes up to the top of the tier, I believe, as she's now preparing. And there's a routine to get up there, isn't there?
Well, actually, it's a 3-step climb, and she's doing a great job. She's put her right foot on the outside girl's shoulder, and she's right up to the top. Now we'll have to see how the top girl goes, because this is the very...
That's right. The one on the far right was the support girl coming up the side, and now here's the climactic moment. Oh, the fans are loving this. What a fine, fine performance. 4-tier pyramid.
The judges are going to love it, too, because the girls' legs are locked out. They're bringing it down. Actually, coming down can be the most difficult part, but they're doing a great job of it.
What a tremendous climax as we move on to the doubles and trios now.
Well, what's key here is the boat driver is going to have to keep a very constant speed. And with a swivel skier, she requires a little bit different speed than the trio skiers.
Beautiful costuming, I think.
That's some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that we really don't see in normal competition.
The first team coming back once again, going to a pyramid.
And the top girls are performing what's called a front angel stand. Nice smile, they're arching their back. And they're bringing it down very smoothly. They're making nice transitions. Great job.
I'd like to introduce one more time, and it's in time.
Boat drivers have done a nice job of keeping this flow constant.
State champion, Backwater Gamblers Water Ski Show Club.
And the show announcers, Mark, not only introducing the various personnel for the glory of it, but also this is part of the act.
Art, they're scored on how well they introduce the final bow. The skiers are introduced, the boat drivers are introduced, the announcers are introduced. Each club has the freedom to do that any way they like. And these guys have done a great job doing it. The crowd's into it, too.
Another outstanding performance by the Backwater Gamblers, and we'll be back with the Badgerland Water Ski Show in a moment.